So I think that a lot of women like myself, like very militant for Christ, we polarize to, I mean, I feel like we are delegated to certain, like, people connected to groups that we obviously have to go into kind of offer like judgment in a sense, kind of like give a warning in a sense, definitely. So, we have these missions and we, like dark empaths, just do what God tells us to do. And in the end, it kind of seems as if a lot of it was just offering judgment. And we polarize ourselves to, men that have the spirit of the Antichrist, largely gotten away from the Jezebel spirit. Like, I've gotten away from that. But you would see that the spirit of the Jezebel has a huge grip on the spirit of the men that are Antichrist. And you can't do anything with them because they're double-minded, and their focus and attention for their time and money is, because they're double-minded, it's still going to the Jezebel, Lilith, whore of Babylon. Like, I can't control the time and the money of a man with an Antichrist spirit because all the time and money energy is going to the spirit of the Jezebel, whore of Babylon. And they can't seem to shake that off. Although in Revelation 17:8, I believe that's exactly what Revelation 17:8 means. It's the beast that was is no longer. He comes up just to go to his destruction. I've been saying this for many years. I haven't seen it yet. But I used to think that perhaps like I'd be part of that equation, but I'm beginning to wonder if it's because we were made for something greater, perhaps the rapture. So I had been a firm believer in the rapture since like 2021, big time, no doubt. But I don't think that everybody that professes to be a part of the rapture, I really don't believe all those people are actually going in the rapture. I actually believe, because of Revelations, my objective biblical study is it's only 144,000 people, which compared to the amount of people in the world is not that many people. That's a unrecognizable amount of people, but at the same time, we have so much influence, creating content, influence in our, direct vicinity, that it will be noticeable. It will be very noticeable. Even though it's a small number, it will be very noticeable. So this is what Revelation seems to point to, and this is what I seem to come to after everything. It's like, when you try to work with a man who has the spirit of the Antichrist, it's like he almost seems to get worse, because I feel like his job is to push you way closer to Christ, because you're like, I can't get closer to you because your time and money is obviously going to the negative female energy, which is that of the Jezebel, whore of Babylon, ways of making money and controlling your time. So if I can't control your time and I can't control your money, then I can't control you. And that sounds like, well, women aren't supposed to control men, but a woman is supposed to be like the objective of the time and money, right? The head of the household is the man, but it's based on the female principle. The woman gives you home, gives you life, gives you love, gives you everything for you to flourish in abundance. But they can't seem to shake the possession of the time and money going to that of an other female entity, which is like a principality that is largely operating the world, at least here in America and most developed countries. So we can't do anything with them. And this is why it's important to not chase a man. I don't text first, because it's like for me, it's like a protection. If they don't find the law, the audacity, they could find the audacity, but it could be very inappropriate. So it is funny when they find the audacity, it comes across as very inappropriate, and you're like, I can't do anything with that either. But they can't like legally seem to pursue, because they don't have the spiritual authority to pursue, because they're carrying the spirit of the Antichrist, and we can't do anything with them. You know, you can do things like on a day-to-day basis, but you can't make plans for the future. There's no solid foundation. Like, it's not going anywhere. Like, it can't go anywhere because they're double-minded. They want their money and time to be controlled by the world, but they want to still, you know, have their love and affection with you. But it's like, I can't have both. We can't operate this way. So it seems to me that the Rapture is probably the route that I'm supposed to be looking forward to, because we can't do anything with the people of the world, even in, like, you know, social situations. Like, if you try to socialize in groups, which outside of friends and family, like close friends and family, it's very awkward. Do you notice that? I was saying this today in the salon. Everyone agrees. You can't socialize like in a general setting anymore if you're not, like, at least with your friends and family. It's just too weird, right? The spirit is too weird. People are too predatory and weird, you know? Is speaking word curses or trying to get you to agree to what they're saying and doing, and agree, right? You agree, right? And it's like, I don't agree. Clap for me. I can't clap for you. Like, I don't agree, you know? I'm not going to sign this contract with my praise and applause. I can't do that. So we can't really do anything. And this makes me believe that the rapture is actually probably pretty imminent. And, like, you know, I think that's just where we're left. Like, at the end of the day, I'm like, I feel like this is just what it comes down to, is the rapture. Check your comments. What's up, Michael? Good to see you. Riley Rage, trying to be more approachable in public. I know, right? In public, like, we can't seem to deal with the general public anymore. It just seems to be like oil and water. And I tried to do this a couple of years ago, where I was like, I'm going to start, like, going to concerts and events, but it was, like, too weird, because every concert, every event seemed to be like this very communistic spiritual agreement of, like, what they were doing and saying. And I would just kind of sit there like, I can't agree. I can't laugh. I can't agree. I can't applaud, because it was always, like, creating all these, like, principality spiritual agreements with a principality that I don't agree with. So it just gets to be too awkward. Rowdy Wood, 144,000 is a frequency, not a number of people. Well, in the book of Revelations, it's a number of people. So read your book of Revelation, it's a number of people. Don't be taken by the New Age jargon. Open the Bible yourself and study it for yourself. All right, well, that's it for now. Check you later. Have a beautiful day.